Welcome to the Princeton Satellite Systems MATLAB Toolbox tutorials. In this video, we are going to show you some of the features that Princeton Satellite Systems functions have. We are going to assume you have already installed the software and have your path set. To start, we would like to distinguish between MATLAB's own built-in functions and Princeton Satellite Systems. MATLAB's built-in functions are all lowercase, like help, while PSS's are all camel case, which simply means the beginning of every word is capitalized, while the rest are lowercase. An example of a PSS function is ATM dents2. Many functions have built-in demos. A function with the built-in demo requires no inputs and produces a plot or other output for a range of input parameters to give you a feel for the function. ATM dents2 is an example of a function with a built-in demo which generates a plot. So let's run it. The plot shows the atmospheric density as a function of altitude over the full range of the model. The inputs for the built-in demo are generally specified near the top of the function, so it is easy to check for one by looking at the code. Most functions have default parameters. To get them, you have two options. First, you can simply leave off all arguments as we did with ATM dents2. You could also pass an empty matrix as a parameter, and the function will use a default parameter if available. This is only necessary if you wish to use a default for one parameter and input the value for the next input. For example, the function earthRot takes a date in Julian centuries as the first parameter and a flag for equation of the equinoxes as the second. If you look at the function, you can see that the default is the current date, so let's use that. We will type in earthRot, parentheses, empty matrix, comma, 1, and end parentheses. An easy way to see what the default parameters are is to use the Unix command type. So let's use type earthRot. This will give you the function's contents. The default parameters are always at the top of the function, right under the header. The same method can be used for functions that do not output values, but rather have built-in plots. You can use your own input values, use the default ones, or a combination. Many functions perform error checking. However, functions that are designated to be called repeatedly, for example the right-hand side of a set of differential equations, tend to not have error checking since the impact on performance would be significant. Finally, some functions can take different kind of inputs. An example is date to JD. You can see in the header that you can pass it either an array or a data structure.